It started innocently enough, like most strange things do. My son, Daniel, was only 4 years old when it began. He had always been a quiet, observant child, the type who studied people and absorbed the world around him like a sponge. He wasn't loud or particularly outgoing, but he was affectionate and curious. One night, I tucked him into bed, gave him a kiss on the forehead, and turned off the lights. As I started to walk out of the room, I heard him say something, but it wasn't good night or I love you. It was a string of sounds, guttural and sharp, a rhythm and tone I had never heard come from a child, much less my own. I paused. Daniel, what did you say? He looked at me with those wide, innocent eyes and simply shrugged. I don't know, he said. Maybe it was just gibberish, a kid trying out new sounds. But something in my gut twisted. The cadence was too structured, too precise. A few days later, it happened again. I was making dinner, and Daniel was sitting at the table drawing. He suddenly looked up from his sketchpad and said another sentence in that same strange language. I turned around, startled. Daniel, where did you learn that? He frowned, looking confused. I don't know, he replied again, and went back to drawing. I tried to brush it off. Maybe he'd heard something on TV or from one of those YouTube videos that slip past filters. But we were careful, no unsupervised screens, no weird content, and the sounds he made weren't from any cartoon or show I recognized. I recorded him the next time he said it. Then I played it for my husband that night. He stared at the audio clip, visibly unsettled. That doesn't sound like gibberish, he said. It sounds like an actual language. We started paying closer attention. The episodes became more frequent. Daniel would sometimes whisper the strange language in his sleep. Other times, he would stop mid-play, turn his head as if listening to something we couldn't hear, and speak a few words in that tongue. Then he'd return to normal, like nothing had happened. Worried, we took him to a specialist, a child psychologist. After a few sessions, the doctor called us in privately. Your son is incredibly intelligent, she said, but he's also different. He speaks that language fluently, but has no idea what it means or how he knows it. I had a linguist friend listen to a recording. She says it resembles no known language. That was when we started documenting everything. I started noticing more subtle things too. Daniel's drawings became darker, not in the horror movie sense, but more symbolic. Spirals, strange symbols, black figures with no faces, trees with hanging bodies. He said he was just drawing what he saw in his dreams. The final straw came one night when Daniel stood in the hallway outside our bedroom door at 3 a.m. He was just ... standing there. I felt a presence and woke up. I saw his silhouette in the faint glow of the nightlight. I got out of bed and knelt down beside him. Daniel, what are you doing? He looked at me, eyes wide open, and said something long and chilling in that language. He spoke it slowly, with purpose, as if reciting something. Then he collapsed. He didn't remember any of it in the morning. We took him to a neurologist. All scans came back normal. No seizures. No signs of brain abnormality. Just a healthy boy who happened to speak a language no one could identify. One night, desperate and terrified, I uploaded a short audio clip to a deep linguistics forum. I didn't mention it was my son. I just said I had come across an old recording and wanted help translating. The next morning, I received a message. It was from someone who claimed to be a historical linguist specializing in dead languages. He said the audio contained fragments of an ancient dialect pre-Sumerian, possibly linked to early ritual languages used in forgotten cults. Then came the final message. How did you get this? This language hasn't been spoken aloud for over 5,000 years. It was meant never to be spoken again. I didn't reply. I deleted the post, but it was too late. That night, Daniel woke up screaming, not crying, screaming. We ran to his room, only to find every object on the floor, his bed overturned, and Daniel curled up in the corner, shaking. They're coming, he whispered. Who's coming? I asked, heart pounding. The ones from the words. I didn't mean to say it. I didn't know they could hear me. Since then, the air in our house has changed. It's heavier, colder. Daniel rarely speaks the language now, but when he does, it's never random. It's always when the lights flicker, or when the shadows stretch just a bit too long across the floor. We've moved twice, we've switched schools, switched cities, but it doesn't matter. Whatever was awakened by that language is tied to Daniel now. Something ancient, something that remembers being forgotten. Sometimes, at night, I hear whispers in the hallway, not Daniel's voice. Others, they speak in the same tongue, quietly, like they're searching for something or someone. I lie awake, listening, hoping they'll pass. And sometimes I hear Daniel whisper back. I don't know what he says. I don't want to know. But one night, I caught a single word. Soon. Until next time, stay safe.